Hi Sagittarius, it's nice to be with you. My name is Gregory Scott, and this is your astrology and tarot forecast for the month of October 2014. I'm going to give you a rundown and then draw a tarot card to give you an overall theme for the month. This is a special month because it starts on the 1st of October with the moon being in its first quarter, and the moon is in its first quarter again on the last day of the month, the 31st of October. And this is quite a rare occurrence. When it happens with a full moon, it's called a blue moon. And it's not a full moon this month, but it's a first quarter moon. So they don't have a name for it. It's not called a first quarter blue moon or whatever. But it means that it's still a very special month, and it means that you discover something that's really meaningful for you. But not on a, bells and whistles level, but on a personal, internal level for you. So the first couple of days are going to be really important for you in terms of realizing some of your hopes and dreams in terms of your physical belongings, your physical life. If you live in a terraced house, and you can just barely afford the rent, and you've always dreamed of living in a detached kind of house, a mansion or whatever, and that's always been a real cause of upset for you, then you're able to really find some new ways of realizing that dream. Either getting a restart in terms of your business, or making some more money, or having some new ideas that could lead to that dream becoming a reality. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen straight away, but there's going to be a new life coming into that, and it's going to give you hope again. Whereas I think hope has left for you in terms of that sense recently. Okay, could be that you're super successful and you want a second yacht or whatever, and you gave up on that. It comes back again, and I don't think that's materialistic. I think that's, we do live in a 3D physical world, and people do want to be comfortable, and people do want to have a life that isn't a constant struggle. And I think that's something that is really important. And when you have that physical balance and you have that foundation of not worrying about your money all the time, then you can actually do things you care about. Mercury goes into retrograde on the 4th of October, and it's in your 12th house in Scorpio. I've made a video about Mercury retrograde. It's a similar energy. It just makes communication a little bit more challenging. You have to look at different ways of communicating. It's in your 12th house, which means that you become less focused on how you can be of service and how you can be selfless. Or if you do want to be selfless, you find that a little bit more challenging. So if you want to do that, put some extra effort in and apply yourself there. It's a full moon on the 8th of October, but it's not just any full moon, it's a total lunar eclipse in the south node of the moon. And it's in Aries, and what that means is you're really able to let go of some of the chaos that's been occurring in your romantic life. And it's been all over the place. I think you've been seeing several people. I think you've been playing the field a little bit. I think there's been so much activity in that area of your chart. There's been no commitment, no kind of nothing serious at all. It's just been go, 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 move forward, explore, explore, explore. And I think you're able to let go of some of that. It's almost been a manic drive to be with someone and to have variety and be with new people all the time. And I think that is kind of eased off a bit. It relaxes a little bit. You start to focus on meaningful relationships that are a bit more balanced, that are a bit more harmonious, that aren't as fiery. And also, you're looking at kind of creating some more structure, some more solidity in your life, in that area of romance. And it's not felt easy either. You're very sensitive. You have been very sensitive. And it's like, I like all the variety and stuff, but the chaos it's making me feel rattled. So it slows down a little bit and becomes a bit more grounded. Okay. 9th and 10th are great for you in terms of really discovering what you want to have in relationships. You've been exploring. You've kind of gone out there and been with the person you wanted to be with. Like, for instance, if you've always had a thing for guys who are 6'2" with brown hair, nice skin, whatever, and you've always wanted to be with someone who looks like that, you've done that now. You've had the opportunity to do that, and now the kind of dream is out of the world. You've kind of got rid of that, and now you can make a genuine decision about what it is you want. Do you want to be with someone who's 6'2" and has dark hair, or do you want someone who's interested in having a family, or someone who's got financial structure in their life, or someone who wants to make you their number one and who absolutely adores you? You get more practical about what it is you want in your life via another partner. And when you get clear on that, the law of attraction responds, and because you've got that extra clarity, you can bring it into your life and make it a reality. Okay, so this is time for manifestation, which is great. Mercury goes into Libra on the 11th, and it has been in Scorpio, so your communication moves from being very emotion-centered, and it's moves towards other people's feelings. Excuse me, and you try to create more harmony between you and other people. And you love other people, and you're energized by them, and you feel optimistic about your relationships, and it's great. You really, especially like your friends, and you really get on well with them, and you want to get on well with them. Okay, the 13th, not only your friends you get on well with, but your romantic relationship. And then on the 14th and 15th, your sex life just looks fabulous. So if you're, this is really a month of relationship and other people and really connecting with people in a wonderful way. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of romance. There's a lot of, physical contact. It's really about other people. And I mean, October is the month of community anyway. Summer's over, you're starting to slow down a little bit. Looking forward to kind of the cooler, darker months. But this is when people really get together and just enjoy the kind of last remnants of the warmth if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. But emotionally, October has always had a sense of community. You've got Halloween at the end of the month, people going around neighborhoods, trick-or-treating, all of that stuff. So specifically strong for you this month. Okay, 16th to 22nd is a week where that theme continues, but really the exploration comes back in. So it's about wanting to find new people who you can have harmony with. So it kind of shifts. So you start to get a little bit restless again, you start to explore different relationships. But whereas before you were just kind of playing around, now you're looking for a genuine partner who you can build a strong and lasting relationship with. So your focus has changed from fun to a little bit more serious. On the 23rd of October, there's a partial solar eclipse, and that's on the north node of the moon. And this is interesting because solar eclipses have to do with the powers that be, government, people in charge. And it's in Libra, which means that the governments and the powers in charge of, countries, the world, whatever, NATO, UN, start to become more focused at creating peace and harmony and balance between people. And I really see that they make some progress, please God, around this time. So let's hope for that there's more peace as a result of the actions of the governments on the 23rd of October. Great. Venus goes into Scorpio on the 24th. Spiritually, you become very focused now and you become very structured. A huge sense of spiritual connection. If you're religious, if you're spiritual, whatever, if you talk to the ascended masters, it's a great time to deepen and strengthen those relationships, which is really the most important relationship you will ever have. You've been with a lot of people this month, which is, good for you, fun, be safe, all of that. But at the core of all of that is your relationship with the higher power, which makes all of that possible. So if you strengthen that, then your physical, material world relationships will be stronger anyway. 26th of the month, Mars moves from Sagittarius into Capricorn in your second house, and you start to work like crazy now. You start to work at making some more money again. You start to really knuckle down and just completely give yourself to that. That continues until the end of the month. And your spiritual connection and your dreams around where you want to go, the dream of the nice house, the dream of the home, the dream of the nice car, all of that, you really just become a workhorse for this last week of October, and you've really realized some of your dreams here. Fantastic. Let's have a look at this tarot card that I'm going to pull for you and see what the cards say. Okay, and the card that I've pulled is the Two of Wands in reverse. And what that means is you haven't decided. You're very kind of lackadaisical about the way your life is going. You're exploring, you're looking around. But what I'm telling you is that if you make a firm decision, if you say this is the one, or this is the job, or this is what I want, you have so much power to actually realize it this month. You can make it happen. It's just that you're like, I think your keyword or your theme is that variety is the spice of life for a lot of the month. And you really want to, if you find something that you can commit to, decide, and you can absolutely take it to a wonderful level. So I hope you have a fabulous month. If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can arrange that by visiting my website. It's gregoryscott.co.uk. Have a look at the different tabs. There's an About tab which tells you about me, who I am, readings, the types of readings that I do, and what's involved. And you can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Gregory Scott. And if that doesn't work, you can find me, well, it will work, but if you don't like doing that, you can send me an email, readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. Have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon.